knows a point to be made. But it's Heretics getting a little aggy to start with. I like this, but look at this mid-control straight away, flying up, instantly looking for fights, and they're going to find them and lose them. Scream goes down early, and Heretics, would you go back? Would you? Oh, the double dip, going to take down 2, but now an avenue is opened.
Yeah, and actually nieSoW kind of staying alive for as long as possible. pAura's actually got a huge task ahead of him here. Echo's going to fall, nukkye finds that one. soulcas trades back, Kryptix finds nukkye as well, so it's down to one-man Kryptix now coming into heaven. He finds himself in a 1v2 situation. Peeks actually out, finds that one.
He's isolated it, but does he know where? Oh my word, I thought he had it. I thought he'd isolated the Omen on the other side well enough, but not. And show presence.
It does indeed. And you know, getting some damage down on Eccles as well, that can cause a problem later on in the round. But he's got 3 to worry about. His screen just swings on that one, lands the headshot.
What? How did... excuse me? What is going on this round? This is very, very messy. This looks nervous play almost. I hate to say it, but it doesn't look as clean as they'd like. And well, for now, we do see the res coming back up. So for Heretics, they will at least get some of their buddies back into action. Scream, you know, we're gonna let it slide. He's still a little new to Jet, but you're right. They've caused rotations. Omen's still lingering, so you're gonna have at least information. And look at those rotations. 3 through spawn for Heretics. They know they're in the wrong spot at the wrong time. Scream's gonna lead the way, but already players being lost left and right. Where is that spike? In the hands of Omen for now. And there we go. Spike should be planted, and we should be in a post plant.
You can see actually Heretics stacked up over towards defensive spawn. pAura headed over towards the heaven. Let's see how they try and crack this retake here. A little bit of utility down on site for Liquid as well, so it's going to give a little bit of information if any of those players do decide to peek out. But look here, the dark cover comes down. Here comes the push.
Yeah, nieSoW's going to be the first one there, at least for now. A little bit of an alarm bot will ring the alarm, but it's patient, it's slow. They're waiting for that pick to be given, but they're not getting one, and suddenly Scream denies the first. That's pAura dead. We're down to just 2. nieSoW and loWel trying to make something happen, but they're given no opportunities, and Scream is denying everything. Just a 1v2. And maybe they can do some damage, but the defuse was a mile away from ever happening. Link going to be the safe pair of hands.
Yeah, initially I like that. Heretics obviously backing away, giving up B. They're kind of resort
away from the stack towards A they were considering. Yeah,
maybe this is to explore some information back towards mid, but here you go. Kryptix actually going to drop down the ultimate in heaven. nukkye, I mean, he's kind of stuck in this corner. He can't really go back to the defensive spawn. Kryptix eventually going to shut that one down with the Bulldog. Now the rotation comes through. They have to hold back in the spawn for the time being, which is going to give site control over to Liquid.
Yeah, this should be a spike plant and a decent post plant as well to boot. This should be pretty comfortable. Retake-wise, to be fair, these post plant positions are all on the site. So there is actually an opportunity for some damage to be done. Spike is going to go down. Let's have a look at where they try and find that first foot forward. Not any players playing outside of the site. I don't know if I like this. This gets a little risky. Again, I feel as though they should be able to control it. First contact made. Draws out the utility. Backs away, but now double dipping in. Kryptix is there on the crossfire. This is going to get sketchy, but already a 1-for-1 trade out. Numbers still favor Liquid, so they will control. But again, it's getting a little close and a little uncomfortable, but we do have now the 1v1. Looking at loWel here. He looks like he's got the angle, but it gets ripped away. And yes, Liquid, this is getting dicey, but they are just winning out.
Going to default back. Spike's still in garage. 3 members going towards heaven here. And actually, the Rolling Thunder comes through. They're going to push in, Lauren.
Yeah, it's going to be led the way by, it looks like Scream for now, but no real contest met until then. Suddenly 2 quick kills come in for the Heretics, and they hold everything that was being poured in. The only bit of success came through the B main push. That's about it, and now you have Link slowly creeping his way out. Down to about 10 seconds, though. They're running low on time. Left. Now the retake could come in, or they could take the fight now, and it looks like they want the fight now. Already, Link's gone, and we're down to just 1, and maybe 1 is enough. He's got to rush this, though. He has to find the kill, and pAura denies it. A little bit of a sniff as well, by at least one other player kind of floating between kind of B heaven and a little bit towards the mail room, but aggression again, pAura isolating soulcas, and now information aplenty. It's all going to be seen here. Scream does succeed towards middle, so maybe a quick switch up could come in, but for now, if you're Liquid, you feel like you've been a little too seen.
Yeah, you can see actually he's going to draw the rotation back out on the back of Scream. Manages to get himself up here. nukkye actually inside the cloud burst here. He's going to be met by 2. Scream finds another headshot. Now Liquid going to find themselves into heaven. The Paranoia actually going to come back in response potentially. No, not yet. He's going to wait on his teammates. I like that from AvovA. Saving this utility for the retake should it come through. Actually, he's going to come through. Link will shut him down.
Yeah, I'm trying to be a smoke criminal, but Link shows him how it's done. 2 big picks, and now we're going to see just 1. Where is pAura in this? A mile away. You know, it is the downside of having to, bide your time towards A, but this retake is so unlikely Maybe take a couple of guns away would be ideal, but let's see what pAura can do. The man is incredibly talented, but this is beyond steep. A double stack towards sight, it seems. You still have jet towards heaven. There's so many angles to get through. pAura knows it. Maybe trying to just play for a couple of kills would be good, but now time beginning to tick. And just reveals position. Nicely done by the Killjoy, and the aim was nice on the first for Kryptix, while control markers on the way, any utility, any sort of giveaways, and they're through pretty scot-free. This is a very passive Liquid hold.
Yeah, soulcas back over towards the steps, and that's the Scream forced all the way back into the defensive spawn. They're going to give this up and opt to play also a retake, but yeah, I mean 5v5 retake on B site here, it's no easy task, Lauren.
No, and Scream going to be absolutely ninja'd out in the smoke. There are no smoke criminals here. This is a different game. And already you're going to see that advantage lean heavily. Heretics pretty happy with this. Kryptix with a quick one back though, going to punish that overpeak. A little bit of a look down towards that defender side, and you're going to get your head taken off. But this retake is tough. This is tricky. They have so little information here. Is this really how this is going to go down? Heretics just need to buy time now. Plenty of utility still left with Liquid though, and we're going to see that come through. The screen just torn asunder by this. soulcas going to use the time well, but nieSoW with the response, and a quick one at that. Exactly what you want as pAura. Holds back, but does get traded on, eventually leaving in a 1v2. nieSoW isolates one, takes soulcas off the defuse, and the 1v1 is his. Heretics send a message in the clutch.
And that's a big steamrolling, can be a problem. Speaking of problems, that's a Liquid. 5 of Heretics staring down A main right now. The dark cover going out across heaven and screens. Looks like we're going to have the push through.
Yeah, they're on the way. Scream's going to have to get over here quickly. pAura already with the opener. Link's now gone, and there's now trouble aplenty. And it's going to be nieSoW on towards the side. Where's Scream? And the Scream only gets a 1-for-1 trade. That should be the side theirs. Surely the spike's going to go down any second now. They can control this pretty well. Kryptix and soulcas on the retake, both from the defensive side spawn. loWel could be good for this as well. He's currently watching towards heaven. It's a bit of a dirty angle, but in pressured moments, if Liquid don't check this, they're going to be in trouble. But luckily, soulcas, smart play to split up from the other teammate for now and try and clear as he goes. Create maybe a safe haven. Good work from Kryptix, clears his corners, using the turret incredibly well. soulcas finally gets that first bit of contact, but Kryptix does find AvovA. Quick trade now. We're coming back into this. So again, closing down. Very, very stable play from the range.
Things as we've seen him do previously. AvovA actually making all the way into the vent.
How's he gotten here?
I don't know. I mean, soulcas maybe just got timed out here. Speaking of timing, how's he going to get found with a headshot there? So
rotations, they're done. They can't get to the other side. That is incredible from AvovA. As soon as they got contact towards heaven on B, instantly he knew they'd try and push and rotate, and he gets everything they needed. Liquid are in trouble here, and there's no two ways to put it.
No, I mean, Neural Theft goes out for good measure as well, but it's a series of bad timings, to be honest with you. I mean, Heretics, just a fantastic reaction based off that information, too.
All right, Scream and Kryptix, shot in the back, put down, have a little nap here. Kryptix now going to be dealt the same fate. This is Heretics sending more than a message. This is for the defensive side, but this is quiet so far from Heretics. They're going real slow, and Scream's already found 1 and 2. So the split that was coming in has been dealt with well by Liquid. They are holding just about onto this, but the site hit's still in motion, and it's still delivering. Uh-oh, suddenly, where is that spike? How close to site? It's on. So now we've got to look towards... Oh, nukkye needs to hold this together. He has to take the information fights. He has to be about this, but Killjoy could be such a nuisance now.
Yeah, the lockdown goes down. It pretty much blocks all of sight except for the back 2 corners here. So going to force nieSoW into a tough spot. nukkye, he's got to get some damage done here. Does get locked down. Scream going to swing out. Scream didn't see him. Oh my word!
No. How is this happening? And nieSoW's got him. Oh my god, this is a absolute fumble. soulcas saves the day, but I am baffled with what I just saw.
That would have been the most heartbreaking way to lose out.
Can you imagine?
Oh my word.
Was not so perfect. For now though, Heretics are going to regain this control because they didn't post anyone deep in towards middle. That whole aggress down towards a deeper end of mid was for nothing. So suddenly there's a bit of a problem because you've got only Scream here? Oh no, there is one more player. Okay, Link's already filtered across, but that's a bit of a misread. That could be a bit of a misread of information because Scream's now dead, and the site's looking real open and available. AvovA has to be careful. He wasn't careful enough. People need to check their corners. As AvovA falls, Link controls this, and now they know the intentions completely.
Yeah, the delay on the dark cover there. Actually, we're going to get the revive invested here. AvovA back on his feet. The paranoia comes through. Link now going to swing through Screams. Let's see if we can get it. Dark cover back down, and actually the turret going to be negated. Link finds the first on the way in, though.
Yeah, Link's still doing well here. Desperate to hold on. AvovA, it is a one and done, but with the utility, it does suddenly have a little bit more depth to it. And the time's ticking. Liquid, what is the plan here? You have to wait for some of that utility to surpass and fade away, but this is a filthy crossfire. These two players are holding this, and there is no opportunities being given. Is this really how you're going to lose the round? soulcas says, no, check your corners. AvovA's got two. That was meant to be a one and done, and now it is a 1v1 as nieSoW is trying to play the time. Play it perfectly, but soulcas, he's on the spike. But has he got enough time? No. They've left it too late, and as if that's the way it goes down, I am beyond belief here. But Heretics are probably beyond.
Oh, now let's see how they respond to this.
Could be misinformation. Now it looks like the actual adjustment is going to leave the Omen pushed in, but it's a lovely push. pAura's going to be frustrated, but now the pinch comes in through short. You've already got them on the site, and you've already got Link dead, but there is support there. Scream was quick enough to make it around. The Jet, no slouch on making up some of the space, but that spike is now being toyed with. You've got Heretics going to get that plant, and now into the post plant. But look at AvovA. He was the player who got posted up, pushed up towards middle, and he's already made a nuisance of himself. Bought a bit of time, but it's still tricky for Heretics to hold this.
It is Scream down to 10 HP as well. nukkye and now just need to hold on to this. The shock dart comes through. Could do a little bit of damage on the way in. They've got to be careful here.
Look, he's just pushed up. He's played the timing, but Eccles is too smart. Really well checked there to make sure they double checked in case anyone pushed up as they kind of mantled down. So well done to them. Liquid will get the first, but you could see the intention.
Fault line. That's a nice little lineup there from Eccles all the way over in the defensive spawn. But I mean, Control's going to go over to Heretics immediately. This is going to be a retake situation here for Liquid. Door comes down, Eccles going to pop it immediately. loWel actually swings onto that, but there you go, Kryptix is there to back him up.
Really good trading then coming from Liquid. As soon as there was a bit of a threat, they piled in. Something we didn't see on map 1, so that's a much better look for any Liquid fan to hold on to hope. But soulcas going to try and reveal some information, get the plays going. Scream's going to work in off this. That's the man you want leading the way on this retake. pAura, though, going to steady his aim, steady himself for the absolute wave of players coming in. Blinded up, sprays in. Can't do it. Scream is having a absolute belter of a round, and this is the investment they made, and that's a defuse you can't stop.
No, it isn't. And I mean, that there is a fantastic example of how to maintain control, even if you give up the site.
Do now for
30 seconds
how
left.
this kind of unfolds. I'm looking to see how they commit towards this one and what they do with it. His Scream's still here. We've got the players on the site. Locations revealed. Everything is noted now.
Let's see, when it comes through, Kryptix staying alive for a lot longer than I thought, but a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Heretics, and the revive coming in gives them the upper hand now with the spike about to go down.
Yeah, this post plant is going to be pretty brutal. They still maintain a lot of map control with nieSoW where he is. Scream could be a game changer. There's the flash. Scream uses it. Gets further forward, but they need to clear this corner. The timing on the flash! Oh my word! nieSoW just comes out on top of that, and now he can be the biggest nuisance. He just needs to live, and the cross becomes near on impossible. They have to funnel utility in. They cannot deal with the site without removing him. Suddenly he goes down, but it is still 3 players here. This is great work from Heretics to bide time, to stay their ground, and Link and they can do nothing. Do nothing but die, and even to a turret.
Ooh, Link finds one on the way out though, but this spike is about to go off. Link going to tuck his tail between his legs, head back through the defensive spawn, but wow, I mean, what a response initially. I mean, it's so crucial in this situation for that player in B main, in the form of nieSoW in this situation, to stay alive as long as possible. If he gets the kill, fantastic.
Liquid are kind of hitting their head against the wall here. I want to see what the go signal is for them to get into this. Maybe the player's going all the way around, trying to come through those B halls at the backside, but Scream gifted one. pAura may be opening up opportunity now. This is a problem, and it's starting to crumble. And Liquid gripping onto this as they suddenly work their way forward. They still need to get towards the site, though. 2 players to try and hold this down, but they're tucked to the back. There's still utility being poured through, and they're dead, gone, and buried. Say goodnight.
Yeah, I mean, really, really good stuff from, and again, you know, on the flip side of what I was talking about in the previous round, give Liquid the time to set up for that retake. Less than a little bit of utility, maybe just to kind of bait a rotation out of Liquid, maybe keep them second guessing this.
Yeah, it definitely could. We're going to see what they go for already.
He finds one as well.
loWel's going to found, yeah, and it's Eccles in mid. The guy's having a nightmare of a couple of rounds. Trying to maybe deal with these kind of lurkers. We saw what I think it was AvovA was able to do when he had that mid-control a couple of rounds ago, and it was pretty devastating. However, another pick comes back in, and this time it is the aforementioned AvovA going down. It's going to be Link at least controlling that, but it does seem as though the spike will be planted. So at least the time will now be favorable towards Heretics. They can maybe set up the post plant, but this is still a tricky one to hold.
I was going to say, this low lurk here, Scream actually going to spot it out. He does come out on top of that. That's huge. Lockdowns invested on both sides here. One coming through from Tree, one actually just outside Gen here. So Liquid got to be quick, actually, if they want to deal with this.
And I'm not seeing any quickness to this. This is horrible to watch. I don't like it. Do you want to cast this one?
No, I don't. I'm glad Heretics aren't pushing in there. Again, it buys them time. The fact that two players got locked down, Recon Bolt comes through, Paranoia to follow up, but nieSoW actually finds soulcas on the way in.
Yeah, the trade comes in, but it's too little too late, in my mind at least. But nice work from Link to do the damage. But look at the time. The time is gone, and it is too late in the day. And once again, Liquid being caught out in a couple of scenarios that I didn't expect them to be.
No.
Them potentially, but for now it's going to be Scream posted kind of at the forefront here. Utility will keep Liquid safe, at least for the plant. That was a little later than I'd hoped, but it will at least be now safe. Now you've got to look at where these post plants are. Scream is being set up for success potentially here. You're going to have X.
This flash is huge.
Trying to get this at the right time to see if the timing is right. Now they know someone's there. A quick little peek up, but the timing. He gets forced back. He was unable to find anything from that.
No, again, I love that it's well thought out. The fault line goes through Heaven as well. It's going to stun up nieSoW and pAura on the way in. Paranoia goes through. And actually, response Paranoia, and the recon comes through. nieSoW finds soulcas outside of that dark cover, and actually the trade's coming back in Heretics' favor.
Yeah, but it's still Scream! Oh my god, Scream. When the chips are down, he's always the player you want.
So actually still holding the angle on that dark cover. Scream did swing on it, doesn't find anything initially, but expect nieSoW to respond with a little bit of utility. nukkye actually tucking back into that cubby on shore. And he does actually find a kill as well. Link caught off guard, and he manages to use utility again and get away from Scream.
He's just being toyed with. Scream's got one bullet left. That's all he's got to play with. And yeah, the utility now being poured in. Nice counter push though from Liquid to see that all the attention was on short, and now they get punished for that. Beautiful work from Liquid off to the back of just kind of playing in towards the side itself. Spike being slowly filtered through, but no, it's been dropped. Kryptix had the spike, I'm pretty sure. So there's still room for play here and time for rotation.
This spot in Garden from loWel time and time again is crucial for these pushes onto A site from Liquid. And you can see now the spike is caught in a precarious spot now. Liquid need to deal with this threat. Scream creeping over towards it. pAura over in Heaven. And the time running down here again. loWel finds another one. soulcas will trade that one out, but 8 seconds now. They need to get this spike planted.
This is going to be a tilting round. If they mess this up, if they lose this,
What?
What? Did they just...
They didn't pick up the spike, so they can't plant
it. One enemy remaining. What do you say? What do I say? What do I... Gets a little revealed, and Liquid are bringing this close quarters. I quite like that. Bring those pistols into areas where they can maybe operate, maybe hold on. AvovA just barely alive. Scream takes him down, and suddenly Liquid are looking a little bit more deadly.
Oh my!
Until then, straight away, absolutely eviscerated. Liquid looking for anything. They need the plant, they get it. soulcas has to go big this round.
Indeed, Liquid down to 2 here. 5 members of Heretics. And again, this is another round you don't want to let slip through your fingers here. Liquid both stacked into Tree, actually. soulcas going to find AvovA elsewhere. loWel actually uses that timing to get over the top and finds both kills. Liquid will fall. Heretics will get the defuse.
Thank you.
9-9. Scoreline-wise, Heretics are keeping composure at this point. It looks...
It's actually holding close contact here on the door as well. Scream is very low HP, but comes through. soulcas finds AvovA. Yeah, the trade's going in favor of Liquid. All day long, 3 for 2 here. Scream does actually get picked up though, so this makes it interesting. It's a 2v2 now. The wall is down, blocking off some sight lines over towards A main, but Killjoy utility buying so much time.
And yeah, time is everything of the essence, and it is going to be dribbling away from them. Even the spike kind of closing things down.
So a little bit of a mix-up. Okay, and actually playing mid with nieSoW. So there you go. Here's that focus actually onto short I was talking about. AvovA shut down in that position. And actually soulcas follows up and finds a kill in mid as well. So initially Liquid getting everything they need to get into A site.
Oh, and Scream's just hunting them down. The man's on a mission. He wants to close out strong, but there is still life in Heretics, but it is being drawn away from them. This would seal the deal in map 2. Just loWel alive. And well, I don't know what else he can do. AvovA's back up, I guess that's going to help him out, but just fed to the wolves, as Liquid have done just about enough, I feel, here. This is them stabilizing. This may not be a proud moment for them, I feel, but it is at least just righting the wrongs of map 1. soulcas to close, 13-10. That's about it. pAura's keeping calm here, and I like this, still being present, and if they spot that camera now, okay, game on, they know what's happening. They've got to commit, but pAura's already found one. That's the spike lost. Oh dear, this could be a disaster in the making, but soulcas keeps things at least looking somewhat decent until the party arrived. Heretics just shut down everything. I am in disbelief once again, leaving just Scream alive, but that's always going to be a tough phrase to say, but with 10 seconds, his options are so limited. Tries to isolate a single fight, not going to happen. Down he goes, and Heretics with the holding long. So this is going to be a 30 seconds hit. I get nervous at late round hits, but it's perfect. They've just drawn enough of paranoia that, oh, maybe they're at A, but that double stack's still in place here. There's so much danger aplenty, they can't break through. These trades are not efficient enough, and Window is still being held down by Heretics. This is a problem to hold in a post plant.
It is indeed. I mean, we talk about those alternate angles to worry about here, and having the ability to kind of set up coming out of Window here. Scream has tucked himself all the way into defensive spawn, so it's going to give some information away, but loWel will find Eccles on the way in. Now Liquid are down to 2. Scream's got to make something work from this position. nikkye's going to cut off his sight line here.
Yeah, he can play for the spike, though, and that's what he's going to do. Link doing a similar thing. They've got to call which angle they're holding and create a nice crossfire. Link better hold this line and let Scream do the damage. Going to find one. That's nieSoW down, and now a 2v2 begins. But Link looks flustered, but pulls it back together. Just about finds pAura, leaving loWel now in the 1v2. They are low, but time, it's not on his side. And with the spike ticking, it's going to be Link to chase out. They're going to die for this one. loWel's going to make it costly, but the round will be controlled by Liquid.
Yeah, I'm fine with seeing Scream step up and have this much impact on a game. It's definitely the expectation of a player like Scream. As we have Liquid here again. A heavy stack into showers, actually. They're looking to kind of break this control that loWel is having with that wall. And actually, laid over the top. Orbital Strike gets invested as well. Split Liquid up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I love that, but let's see how it kind of unfolds beyond this. Plenty of trades have come through, but mostly favorable towards Heretics. They've held this pretty well so far, and loWel's just kept presence noted. Eccles definitely knows where the player's remaining as well, so Liquid, this is horrible. They barely made it out of spawn.
Down to 2 as well. loWel pushes out, finds his 4th on the round now. Revive on the board. Is he going to invest it? nieSoW very, very tagged up, stuck inside that teleporter. Whether or not loWel is going to opt to get this, maybe go for the safer revive over on site. Yeah, he's going to get nukkye back on his feet.
I got the spike.
Now that gives them a little bit of reinforcements to close this round out potentially. Kryptix did get control of the spike there, though, as loWel rotated off.
Left.
I like that Kryptix just made a couple of steps there. It might have at least drawn him into a fight, and he's got it. Really well played. Smart play from Kryptix, faking the footsteps, but now he has to kind of commit towards A. He doesn't have time. So it's going to be hard to isolate these fights, but let's see what he can do with it. There's one tucked in on the corner. So, yeah, nicely done in the end by loWel. Very well controlled over towards no. It is weird. We've got a double stack towards showers and an aggressive stack. Sage has pushed beyond this, but we do need to see the player on the side stay alive. loWel has done so well. soulcas is dead, and now they're going to be so confused and surrounded. Scream's on an island, and he needs to deliver. This is a pressure moment for him, and these are angles you're not expected to clear. However, with Kryptix now going down, this is a horrible round for Liquid, and a gorgeous one for Heretics. Oh, this is stunning work. Watch this back. How to play defensive aggression. Link can do the best he can, but this looks all wrapped up with a bow on it. He's isolated another, but the trade comes in. Sick round from Heretics.
Yeah, I mean, nukkye
not defaulting is going to be a problem. That is lovely. That Molotov might have just brought this back, but here comes the counter ultimate. Pours that one in. Nothing to really come from it, but it denies at least a quicker plant. Now pAura needs to be on point. Good for 2, not for 3. And now a 3v2 begins. Link's going to just drag that over the line for Liquid for now. But the spike does need to be dealt with, and keep your eyes on loWel here. Working his way up. nukkye just needs to stay alive. He's going to make a nuisance of himself, and that's the spike now lost. The post plant was in window. This is a huge issue now for Liquid.
Yeah, no smokes as well for Link, so they've got to jump out, they've got to commit this, they've got to take the aim battle.
10 seconds!
loWel now holding the line outside, he's going to get wallbang! Kryptix finds a wallbang as well! They somehow come out on top of that. That looked all but wrapped up.
They should be proud of what they've done, but let's see if they can seal the deal. Liquid need this pistol or it's bust.
Yeah, and initially Heavy stack from Heretics over towards the window. The turret going to give that information away. Scream already rotating through the defensive spawn. AvovA finds an entry though. soulcas will fall. nieSoW, all the information going over off that Aldo. Kryptix is good for one. Scream finds a second. And actually, looking like they're responding here. nieSoW and AvovA both low HP, but Scream will fall on sight.
Okay, where's Link in all of this? We have to see it from his perspective here. He's left in the 1v2 to potentially give Liquid the chance back into this. And now, cut off from one direction, funnel to the other, isolates the fight, can't get it. AvovA does it with 3 kills.
Spike looking to push up short.
Yeah, they have peeled away the extra player back towards B, maybe hearing steps potentially up through middle or an intonation or two, but Heretics are playing a very loose style here. They're being a nuisance, and Scream's going to be good for one, but now here comes the rotation. They have managed to spot out, or at least note there is a player towards window. Good work. This is great damage coming in. Eccles is trying to do something for his side, and there's still the player on the side. I was questioning soulcas wrapping back around early, but the Sheriff looks so safe in his hands. But is loWel left in a 1v3? Trying to isolate one towards CT, he does get the chance, but Scream says hello, and we might be saying goodbye. It does seem as though Kryptix is going to wrap it up and give a chance to Liquid.
That's of information to garnish. Eccles finds the first. Showstopper did get invested there, but no value whatsoever.
So far, this is good for Liquid. They're keeping them at arm's length, which is exactly what you want to do with rifles.
Oh, no.
You do want to let those SMGs get close, and you're showing exactly why when Liquid play well, it looks good. They are composed, they are calm, and they don't let threats begin. So for now, nieSoW and AvovA, okay, try and find a pick. Try and be as dangerous as you can be, but for now, you're getting nothing for free.
Yeah, absolutely right. Again, the turret gets... Oh my god. Okay. I was going to say, it's a matter of time before that spots nieSoW, the turret getting put right in front of him. Link will find AvovA elsewhere. nieSoW, like you said, just wants to do some damage before falling. Fault line comes through. Going to make it very difficult for him to do anything here. Scream foaming at the mouth outside lamps for this extra kill. Again, this is all momentum for Liquid.
He's just begging someone to feed as first. Uh-oh. No mistakes. Thank you, Scream. Okay, Liquid, they've dipped out in this fashion. Link, though, still clawing at holding this on. Scream beheads loWel, and there's still a chance for them. But Heretics have been dirty in the way they're doing this. They've worked out scenarios like this at a deficit. They've played this smart, and once again, they're building towards it.
I mean, I'm not even going to say anything here, regardless of what advantage is given over in the early round. pAura pressuring over towards elbow now. We get a little bit of control of that side of the side. The lockdown invested here, and the nano swarm over on default. It's going to force nieSoW off temporarily. nukkye actually going to bail all the way out. Eccles finds pAura. nieSoW did look as if he was going to go and try and shut down the ultimate. Wasn't able to do so. Molotov comes through. nukkye going to walk through. Can't find the shot through the cloud burst, and Link going to find it with a phantom. So Liquid accosted pAura into showers. Scream finds that headshot though. pAura will fall immediately.
This ultimate's great as well. Scream is just lights them up, knocks them down. And we said it was the 11 towards B, but there's a double stack towards the garden here. And Scream's once again in the right place, but let's see if it's the right time. Heretics are now building up this hit. There's nothing subtle to it either, but Scream's isolated pAura again. The fight gets lost, but here comes a bounding ultimate. Scream dodges one side, but loses to the other. AvovA now gets involved, and we are going to be seeing maybe the Spike being toyed with, but no! That's the shutdown! Spike now left in the open, and loWel is the last one standing.
He's got his resurrection, though. He could try and get a teammate back on his feet. That would be huge here. To maybe try and recover this round when Liquid have all but done the hard work so far. pAura upgrades his weapon now. We'll find a phantom on the ground. 2v3 now for Heretics.
And they have just got bodies on that Spike. They do not want to give a chance for them to come back in. Link, up in hand, Kryptix there, soulcas there, wall goes up, gives a new angle, Link gets low, and now it's just pAura left in a 1v3, and they had it all, they were on match point, and now isolates the one close, looks for the fight, needs it clean, not clean enough, we're going all the way,
Well, this control, to Heretics initially, should they want to push in, and nukkye going to do just that. He is being revealed by that recon bolt, but Heretics gaining control initially. Liquid going to have to rethink this approach. pAura is going to be a factor here. He's all the way down at Fountain. He's got his utility invested. Hopefully going to be able to shut down this flank from Link.
Yeah, Link could be an annoying factor, a nuisance factor for Heretics if he does have success. But let's see. AvovA's getting the first bit of contact, at least near towards him. The wall will be broken. And there's the first kill coming in. That's towards Scream. Big name to pick up this point. soulcas now going to be called into attention, but that utility still very much in play. nieSoW well played towards Kryptix, and all of the things we were worried about for Liquid for Heretics haven't really come through. Liquid are holding the line here, and they've done very well. Liquid going to be down to just soulcas. Dealt with. Heretics staying alive, 13-13. Very end, but a proactive peek towards long. Scream!
Oh,
Scream! Again!
God.
2 kills. I don't know how he gets away with this. It's murder. It's daylight robbery. But Heretics are still standing with 3. That could have been worse.
God, I don't even want to watch. It's just... they're trading blow for blow. And again, Scream still finding that amount of value just so early. Off the back of a flash and his tailwind. That's it. That's all that's invested to find those 2 kills.
Okay. And now let's use left for the Heretics side, who do have the chance to potentially close out here if they're able to find maybe a pick and build. But you can see now Liquid sitting quite deep. They're not allowing easy picks to happen, but this could open up an opportunity for a spike plant.
This was their demise last time. With that 2v5 clutch from Heretics, Liquid giving them control over, allowing them to plant the spike, waiting out for that rotation from their teammates. I do not want to see history repeat itself here.
Spike planted.
LOL's just going to tank that. Quick heal on himself. Liquid now into a retake, a 4v3. But bear in mind the pressure is mounting. We still have LOL alive towards the site. Kryptix now starts to make his position noted. Turret goes in, baits it, but LOL's now gone and got it back to even footing. It's a 3v3 now, and they have to put everything into this. The pressure's dying him out. nieSoW's found soulcas. Oh, Kryptix has just held on for now as pAura left in the 1v2. His position's not
Oh
noted.
no!
He gets
oh
one.
no!
He gets 2, and that's how they close it. Heretics do them dirty.
That is absolutely huge from